10:30 at night.
Thank you.
So it's going to be a given. I see there's a couple young folks in the audience. I apologize if any moderate expletives slip out. I will try and keep it clean. But again, this is centered around creating content in a game that you shouldn't own if you're under 17. Just putting that out there in case my mother is watching. All right, so the goal here tonight is to talk a bit about, mostly all the talk's going to come from these guys, hopefully, assuming I don't ramble on, about essentially what they aim to do when they put content together. And we don't have to keep it to DayZ, but we'll probably start with DayZ, to be quite honest. And exactly the differences, I'd say, between their content, what kind of stories they end up telling. Some folks push more YouTube content, some folks push more stream content these days. But all in all, I found personally DayZ to be a platform much like its older brother Arma for users creating their own content. Whereas Arma right now is its strengths are creating missions and mods and islands and so on and so forth, of which I hope that we will eventually get to that point. Our strength for, I'd say, the last 15 months has been allowing people to tell their own stories. And that is what I firmly believe is the entire driving success behind DayZ. Whether it be something you share on YouTube or something you share on Twitch or green text or just telling your friends at work or after school, DayZ is a shareable experience. And this is entirely because, and I feel this that way, and I hope Chris, my art director here, agrees with me, that we always strive to never force our own visions of how DayZ should be played on a player. When a design decision is made, when I sit down with Chris and Peter and we try to figure out what the next thing we bring to DayZ is, always in the discussion loop is how are people going to play this? How do we want to play with this? And how many options, how many varied types of play are here for this item? So that said, I would like to start over here and move on down to my left. I'll go ahead and introduce by name, and then I'd like you guys to just briefly tell a little bit about yourselves, if that's all right with you. And I'll start with my good friend here, Mr. Blackout.
Is it working?
It is working.
I don't even know where to start. I started DayZ the day it came out, standalone, and try to create something as unique as possible and take as much of my personality into DayZ as I could. And I don't know, I think it's turned into something really unique, and the adventures are endless. And I think that's what's so appealing about DayZ is you can turn the game on continuously day after day and you never know what's going to happen. And I think that's my favorite thing about it is just the unknowns and the ability to, I don't know, create your own personality with the game itself. So, and that's what I try to do in my videos and my Twitch stream as I try to bring myself out in as much as DayZ as possible.
Speaking of, I'm going to go ahead, and since we're going down the line, kick off with the brief videos, kind of giving you guys an example for those that haven't seen each person up here's content. They were kind enough to put together some quick examples for me. I'm doing this with my fingers on a touchscreen, so I apologize if I click on something I shouldn't.
People always ask me, am I a hero or am I...
Sorry!
It's not even in HD.
There we go. No, that's Katie. How do I have two?
Do you know who he is?
See, it's the touchscreen. I told you guys, I have fat
You
fingers.
better put it in HD, Brian.
Brian, hit
It
HD.
should be.
You put it in
It
HD.
should be.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Let's make sure.
How you doing? How you been?
It's fingers. Alright, hopefully this shows in HD. Let's back it off there. The internet here is amazing. The internet is
Technical difficulties.
I'm waiting for the internet to catch up with me.
Oh, there you go, Brian.
Yeah, that'll do it.
The mouse.
Yeah. Well, thank you. This will be so much easier. That, assuming the internet works in here. Well, no. We're still loading. We're gonna give this a second to buffer, and I'll move down the line, and then, assuming that this damn thing buffers, we'll look at these videos. Thinking, who the hell didn't turn their phone off? It was me. All right. Next up, the video you guys all just about saw is from my good friend Jamjar here. Jam, why don't you go ahead and take the mic, tell them a bit about your content.
I mean, personally for me, DayZ is all about interaction with other people, but I'm more interested in what they want to do to me, personally. It's because, not like that. Don't get carried away. Don't get carried away. I am not a voyeur, as I digress. I'm more interested in what people will let themselves become or what they will do. Like Blackout said, it's about creating a personality. It doesn't have to be a good one. And I like to exercise people's demons and try and make them do something that they may not be too proud of afterwards, and then show you guys. So that's really my thing. I started with a social experiment about giving them a chance to let me free. I'm handcuffed. Let me free with a pair of handcuff keys, or kill me with a magnum that's strategically left there with one bullet in. We got them completely covered off, and I like to really just let people treat me however they can. And I love going on adventures and stuff, but for me, it's about letting people be who they want to be and catching them out quite outrageously, I guess. That's about it for me. I just like to kind of because you never the same thing twice, and it's kind of really fascinating to me what people will let themselves do in a video game and how far DayZ lets you take that.
Well, hopefully, thank you guys. Hopefully, since we were able to kick off Jam's video, although based upon the quality that it just tried to pull down your video at 144p, we're going to take this 480 and we're going to like it. All right, maybe I'll switch to theater mode. Let's give it a shot.
A bandit. Things are rarely that simple. All I say is, I'm surviving. He's dead. Good. I'm alive! I got him! Hi. There's some handcuff keys on the floor. Can you uncuff me, please? I need your help.
No, fuck you. Okay,
Oh, you prick. You only got one bullet in there, bro. Boys, take him out. Good night, bitch. We're going to the rules of the game show.
Yes, I am. Hi. Oh, I'm restrained. Fucked up, buddy. You can call me Mr.Moon, mother. That's what I was up.
I forgot about the clutch.
What about that clutch, though?
That was amazing. That last bit with the three guys in the revolver. Next up, we have Echo, who's quietly sitting here, avoiding judgment.
Hi, I'm Echo. I've been playing DayZ since March of last year, so not as long as everybody else. I actually started as a little Warcraft streamer. But I would say the thing for me about DayZ is a lot of us are all alike here, but it's the experiences that you find with each other and the interactions. And honestly, as I look at the panel, these are all my best friends and we all met from DayZ. So I think it's really important what you find more out of it. It's not just a video game, it's more of what you can learn about yourself and about others and what you can bring from it, how it can change your life. As crazy as it sounds that it's just a game, but it's not just a game, it's a lot more than that. So I'd say that DayZ has kind of honestly been so much more to me as an emotional and awesome standpoint for my life. I don't have a fancy edited video because I can't edit to save my life. So this is a highlight. I am sorry about the language. But yeah, hello.
To be clear, I picked this.
He picked this. Yes, yeah.
All right, let's. This is a Twitch VOD, so let's hope it doesn't buffer halfway through.
Please stop here.
Someone's talking to us.
Players on the left.
We will shoot.
We will shoot you.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, stop the vehicle or we will shoot you.
8 my ass with a spoon, you prick. Come here.
Oh, let's get him.
Oh, Twitch, I hate you. We're gonna let that simmer. So
It'll come back.
We've got enough content to hear Jam's contribution.
Very valuable, I thought.
Moving on to my friend here, Kdwolf 77. Just to be clear.
Yeah, I'm Kdwolf. It's not kill death ratio wolf. Everybody always says. I started playing DayZ the mod, and I was really fascinated by the fact that every time I played the game, it was a different experience. And I saw all these guys on YouTube before I even started doing any of this, and we got hooked up through YouTube, and I was like, well, why not bring it over to Twitch, and started doing live streams and stuff, and here I am a year later with all my best friends in the world, really. I mean, this is my family, you know, and so we're making content, and a lot of my videos are a little more lighthearted, and some are a little bit serious, but that's just kind of how I am. That's how I fit in the group, so yeah, that's me.
Now, Katie, I know you put a video together, but for some reason it would not pull down off of YouTube for me. So I picked this mostly because it pairs you in a brief video with our good friend Potato, who's sitting right there.
We got a chainsaw.
And I think this encapsulates Katie's content to a T, which is a bit Dukes of Hazzard, you know, a bit good old boys, but it's always a good time.
Suck it. Hey, wait, what'd you just say? Suck it? What'd you just say? What did you say? He said no bullets, no bullets. Chase him out this way. I got bullets.
I thought he said suck it.
No. Chase him out this way.
I'm trying to hit him. All right, which way? Oh, towards you? The chainsaw!
What? We have to have it.
He told me to F off. He's over here. He's over this
Life
way.
or death, we have to have it.
All right, he's
Did he
coming
make
at
it
you.
out of the
He's coming at you. He's coming at you. He's going back towards you.
Oh, he hit me with a chainsaw. What? It's not even on.
Oh, God.
Oh, what now? What now? Oh, my God.
All right. It's a fairly long video, so I thought I'd cut right after you took that guy down. I would like to later on get back to the issue of the teddy bears. I did not notice.
They all say love Brian on them, so you know it's
I can explain.
Yes. So we can thank Chris, my art director, for putting my name on a bunch of teddy bears. That's outstanding. Next up, we have my good friend, I'm just going to call you Chow, even though your channel says Blizz. He's otherwise known as Chow, I would say almost as close as you can get to a straight man to Moon here.
What, man?
A straight man. Oh, yeah, I see what you did there. Fortunately, these two gentlemen brought me their videos on a USB stick, so we don't have to deal with the internet. It's there. Chow, why don't you go ahead before I kick this off and tell us a bit about your content?
Hi. I'm Chow, and I woke up 20 minutes ago. So I have not much to say about what I do, but I guess it's a lot like everybody else is saying. It's a lot about meeting people and the interaction. And, it's a lot about the blood. It's a lot about the action. And, I don't know. I just kind of wing it. I just kind of wing it all the time.
Chow is a man of few words. You can see that here, present today. However, I think his content speaks for itself. It's usually paired with Moon here to his left, but it might be a little bit darker, but the stories they tell are stories nonetheless. Personally, I would call back to, and I know I said this in PAC South, Training Day is a perfect example of these two coming together to make a story. It was an exemplary video they put together for Survivor Games 5 to announce their participation in the event. But that said, let's go ahead and take a look at what we put together. You can do it. No, you can't.
My name is Chow. People call me a masochist.
We just wanna play. We just wanna play, brother.
A psychopath. I love the interaction with motherfuckers. But generally, I like to f with people. And occasionally, form a friendship by helping someone. I'm Chow, and I'm a content creator. Really cheap prices, really high quality shit. Roll up!
It's very kind of you. See, you can say plenty of things. You just let the video do the talking. Next to him, we have his partner in crime and arguably one of my favorite heroes. Yes, this man is my hero. On the anniversary of DayZ's first year in principal development in the early access program, we approached Moon here to ask us to ask him to put together a video summarizing the community contributions over the last year. And I would say, hands down, what he put out for us is probably some of the most genuine content that I've seen. And that said, I would like Moon to match this wonderful statement I made about you by talking about yourself.
Wow. Hi, guys. Not really good with speaking in front of public. It's kind of interesting doing it. It's a lot different when you're behind a computer screen. Talking in front of thousands of people. It's a little different when you're all staring me right in the eyes right now. But let's do it. Yeah, so I started off with YouTube. I enjoy making stories. The YouTube family that we eventually grew coaxed me into hitting up Twitch and playing live. And from there, we've just been pushing forward. And I don't know, I'm just having a blast, and I love what I'm doing right now. And yeah, that's all I got.
Let's take a look at what you put together for us.
Okay, yeah, we may or may not have done this, me and Chow, on Friday morning, right after the bar.
No. Shut up. Please don't. I said shut up. Please, man, don't. Name's not man. It's Moon. Mr.Moon.
insane. No one's coming to save you. Some people don't know what to think of me. Why don't you come by and judge for yourself? Mr. Moon's house. Have a nice trip. The doors are always open.
Why was that so scary?
I don't know. I like to be scary at times. I think it's good. I'm not really crazy.
The internet hates you.
Somewhat, but
this
you
video
know.
just it will not load for me.
I don't know what to tell you.
Give it one shot.
Refresh.
What the heck? What is this? What is this?
We're done. It's over.
All right, we're gonna. It looks like it's working. All right, let's do this. Oh, please tell me it's not 144.
144. 240.
Hey, we have upgraded.
240.
Let's roll with it. Oh, it looks like it might have actually given you an upgrade there. Yeah. All right, you've made it. Let's do it.
How you doing? How you been? My name's Blackout, and I like to tell my stories in DayZ. A lot of stories.
I do not like peppers, but my guy had to eat them. He was hungry.
Well, you know,
Don't you know, Jesse?
sometimes I do know. Roll Tide.
Good morning. Lunch. Damn, bitch.
Oh. Sit down. Bit of foreplay. Ouch! Shots fired! What the freak, man? There he is. You're dead, mate! That's what you get for shooting me in the arse. If you had mates, I'm gonna wreck them too. Banditos never win, brother. He's dead. I've shared a lot of good memories, but I've still got a lot of good memories to make. So, until my next journey, I hope you join in. Adios, my friends.
Echo, do you want me to bother to try and play that VOD?
You don't have to. It's me.
The crowd needs Dickhead Express.
No.
They need it.
Who wants Dickhead Express?
All right, let's give it a shot. No promises, guys. See, this is what I mean.
It's already not having it. Next time I'll come in.
All right. Well, I think we've gone damn close to defeating the internet, to be quite honest, in this building. So that said, I'd like to direct kind of the general conversation over to starting for me where I first started absorbing YouTube content specifically, because I originally streamed DayZ Mod on Twitch myself, so that was a natural for me to look at. But when we shipped DayZ, YouTube was something that I think I just discovered on a weekend when none of my known friends were streaming DayZ, and I started to look into. And one of the first videos I came across was Blackouts. I believe it was one of your very early hardcore diaries. Yeah. Now, originally, I started watching his content paired with another very mature Cornish gentleman.
I remember you talking about
Yes,
him.
yes, by the name of Pendragon UK, who had very long-form content. He told stories, but I believe he actually tagged all of his videos as whatever he was doing in this video with rambling, and he held to it, like he just rambled for 45 minutes. It was great content, but I stumbled across through that Blackouts videos, and Blackouts videos, they really did tell a story. you'd watch his content, and it would be less about watching someone play a game, and I felt genuinely like I was watching the life of the person he was playing, and not a guy behind a keyboard. I'd be interested to hear from Blackout, and then we can bounce back and forth down the line, why you found, whether it be the hardcore or in general, just your diaries, why you found that format of essentially telling a story through your experiences to be compelling.
I mean, I kind of explained this in a Q&A video I did a while back, and people kind of asked the same question, like, how did I come up with the whole conception of it? And it kind of derived from just a personal diary I wrote when I was younger. And when I started playing DayZ and I realized the amount of adventures that can come from it, I realized that maybe I could turn it into a diary as such. And yeah, I did the third-person diary, which was very kind of highlighty of DayZ. It was kind of like my journey through Shinaris with the crazy, crazy crap that happened. Whereas the hardcore series was more of a raw version of my adventure, where you would have, hours of me just waffling on because nothing happened as such as far as action was concerned. But then, I don't know, it became more like it became very raw, and I felt like my personality came out and people related more with that character, because there was times where you go through DayZ where it's like, it seems mundane, just looting around, grabbing things, but it's actually such a huge part of the game. And just waffling on, I think people play that lone wolf, so many people play that lone wolf style game. Like, not everybody has friends to play with, So doing that lone wolf story, I think, related to a lot more people playing DayZ, and I think that's why people enjoyed it so much. And with the feedback that I got in the comments and stuff, it was just, I knew I needed to keep it going.
Now, in the same vein of telling stories, I've several times talked at shows about things like the social experiment that Jam put out. I'm curious to hear exactly, how did you go from just starting out playing DayZ to putting things together like the social and cannibal experiments?
I just wanted to find someone that's a bigger asshole than I was. No, I've always, well, there. It's okay when I say it, when you say it, it's not so good. I was really interested.
There's a lot of assholes at DayZ.
It was easy to do. So, I just wanted to really find that kind of niche where you could really just kind of display, like through the looking glass. And I just found it fascinating to be able to just kind of think of these ideas. And I still think of new ones. There's some I've recorded and they didn't go so great, or I didn't find it interesting. But as soon as I watch it back and I'm excited to edit, I know I've got something special. And with the social experiment, it was just, I had my friends around one night. We had, like, every weekend we'd LAN, beers, pizza, every weekend. And I just said, this idea, I'll get handcuffed and you guys open the trees with sniper rifles and there's a pair of keys, there's a Magnum, and just see what they do. And they're like, that's ridiculous. I was like, all right, let's just eat pizza and wait until someone comes along. And that's what we did. And it was instant gold. And they all went home and I stayed up until like 7 a.m. editing it. I was just so excited to get it out and kind of to show what had happened. And yeah, I just find it fascinating to kind of see what other people will do when left unwatched, or so they think, unwatched, and to see what they'll come up with and how dark they'll let
Kind
themselves.
of life through the scope,
Exactly,
essentially.
right? It's through the looking glass.
On the inverse side of the coin, whereas Jam and Blackout's content is, not as dark. Looking at some of your early content, like for Moon, for example, one of the first videos I watched of yours was the wedding, I believe it was. Is that right? Was that the right time?
Yeah, that's one of the, yeah.
Yeah. From there, from the wedding, it seemed to get darker and darker.
Yeah. Well, then I eventually started getting into what I actually wanted to do.
Yes.
Which was some really dark stuff. Not really, but I don't know. It's just fun. It's a different side of things.
I've noticed your content specifically become progressively more cinematic. Is that a goal for you?
Yeah, I think that's just the way it's kind of evolving, and I think it'll consistently, everything has to keep changing to keep it fresh. So I know I don't know what it will be a year from now. Who knows? But yeah.
So, if you don't mind me asking, we've got some, for lack of a better term, improvised teams that have occurred over people creating content in DayZ. I mean, these four play together all the time. these two were nearly inseparable, at least for me. I have a hard time not having you guys paired at all times in my head. It's like the most dangerous duo in Shannara's. Would you care to elaborate on the backstory for those that might not be aware of how you two met? Because it was in Berezino, wasn't it?
Well,
Salesman.
yeah, it was the sales. Yeah. That's how you met, and like how we actually met.
Well,
like,
in
started
game.
talking to each other.
Well, in game.
Well, we didn't meet in game.
You didn't meet in game?
No.
Please continue, tell the story.
Okay, well, I had put out a few videos, and Chow sent me a message on YouTube. He wasn't Chow back then, though. He was just Blizz. Well, I hadn't named you yet because I hadn't met you yet. I named you Short Round.
Yeah.
All right.
They're like arguing on stage.
He was going to be an Asian guy. You can see now he is a Swede. But sorry if we're blowing your mind right now, but this is Chow. He was gonna wear a mask tonight, but he literally woke up 20 minutes ago, so this is his face. But yeah, he messaged me on YouTube. He had seen some of my videos, and he wanted to get involved and do things. And I was kind of in the beginning part of my YouTube career, and so I checked out his channel, and I saw that he had some videos up of DayZ. I clicked on one and looked, and he had this video called The Electro Salesman, and I was cracking up after watching it. It was him and his buddy in Electro trying to sell things, and it was just going wrong. They were just getting shot and killed trying to sell things, as it's the norm in DayZ, and it was hilarious. So I was like, well, let's do that, and so we got together, got in TeamSpeak, and the Berezino Salesman, which we both put out a video for it too, actually. That was our first time ever meeting, and the rest is history. We're best friends.
The level of absolute lack of being impressed right now from Chow is Guinness Book of World Records level. For you four. I am actually interested because we do want to allow a bit of Q&A, so I'm bouncing back and forth here. I don't actually know the story of how you guys met. For those that don't know, I mean, these four are nearly inseparable. If they're not playing together, then they're in the same TeamSpeak, in the same WhatsApp chat. I mean, it's a bit of a family, to be quite honest. And I'm interested how this got started.
We met gradually.
Yeah.
Like it started, Jam and I met first, and we did, this was, for me, it was like, I always refer to it as my diary days and the number, but I met Jam day 15 in my diary, and the same day we did the Gents of Vet, which, that was one of my most favorite videos ever made. And then from Jam, I met KD, and then Echo joined us shortly after that. So
we only even met because fans
told us to get together.
Came on both our channels and like, you and Blackout. And we were like, I was like, who's Blackout? No offense. I mean, I'm so glad.
I was the same way. And it was the video that made me realize who Jam was Taken. For anyone that's seen Taken, which is where Jam's like hiding in a bush, and he's got one of the walkie-talkies on the street, and he's doing the Liam Neeson.
Playing a ringtone down.
Yeah, he's doing the Liam Neeson, like, I know who you are. I know where you live. And the guy's like shitting bricks,
I just told him, I said, if he leaves his pants on the ground, I'll leave him alone. And he ran off and he kept his pants. So.
Yeah, and so he chased after him, and he,
killed him.
Ever since I saw that, I was creasing. I was watching the video creasing, and then I commented on the video, and I said, I never even knew who you were. I'm totally shocked at the creativity, the originality of the video. If we can collab sometime, that'd be awesome. And then he
Thumbs up came.
Yeah,
all the fans were like, yes,
do it. And then, I don't know, the first day we ever played together was Gents of Svet. That was the first time we ever played. And it was like gold from the get-go. It was just comical. And
I would strongly encourage anybody who's interested in looking at their content, hasn't seen it before, search YouTube for it. I believe it's going to be like the first hit.
Oh, it's so funny.
Watch it.
I mean, we're in it, so we were there, we experienced it all, but even just watching it back, like, we sit there watching it together, just rolling, because it was so comical.
Since we hear the intro music, we start giggling, like the piano comes in, and we just start chuckling like 10-year-olds.
It's good. I don't know, it's priceless to meet like that,
It's all about chemistry. Like when you first meet someone, no homo, but like, when you first start talking to someone, when you collab with someone, you can pretty much tell very quickly if you guys are going to mesh or not. And the mesh was, we're from the same hometown, we're born in the same building.
I know, ironically, we met on YouTube, but we're from the same hometown in England, so.
Now you live in America.
And now I live in California.
I'm jealous about
You guys are from the same hometown.
We were born in the same
building. Hospital. Same
you live
hospital.
in the States, and you live back in the UK, and you're from the same hometown, same hospital.
Yeah, same hospital.
They still won't let me leave.
No, it's weird. Fate.
Now, Echo and Katie, how did you guys get stuck with these two?
Katie was before me.
So, I saw their stuff on YouTube, and I was like a fan, you know. And so I think me and Jam started talking first on YouTube comments and then on Twitter. Jam's like, yeah, here's the TeamSpeak info, just come hang out with us. And I was like super nervous. You know, I go home and tell my wife, I'm like, Jamjar messaged me and he wants me to hang out with TeamSpeak.
Jamjar.
And I was,
Jamjar.
And I was so nervous, I waited like 2 weeks before I even jumped in TeamSpeak with him.
2 months.
Was it 2 months?
2 months, like
2
how in the
months.
days.
Oh, you made them wait.
Yeah, I was super nervous, and so, because I want, you know, I was new to YouTube and everything. I played the mod and stuff, and I played DayZ as soon as it launched, you know. But I was trying to do YouTube, and I had no idea what I was doing, so I was like, well, I'll message these guys because I watch them, you know. And then I remember the first time I played with them, I was going to, it was me and Blackout, and I think
It was Blueberry.
It's Blueberry,
Yeah.
and we were headed to Novo to meet Jam. Well, I met them in Krasnodar, and my mic wasn't working.
And
like,
he didn't know.
I just built my computer, I had no idea. And so I'm like, I'm talking to Blackout, this is awesome, I'm really cool and stuff.
But
and
he really wasn't.
And they're just like sitting there, you know, and I'm like, oh God, I'm such an idiot. And so yeah, and that's how we got hooked up, and it was like, I love these guys, you know. Ever first met them, like hanging out and everything, it was great, you know. We become family pretty much, and then Echo came along.
Just ruined everything.
Totally destroyed it all.
Here I am. Jam, actually, I played DayZ. I kind of did my own thing. I didn't really play with anybody in particular. And Jam had found my channel perusing Twitch channels and actually rated me. And we had never talked before. So we ended up contacting each other outside of Twitch. And he was like, oh, yeah, let's go play. And that's when Team Procrastinator started. And Katie and I just screwed up.
Because I met with Echo in Svetlojars. And we were on our way to meet Jam. And if anybody has watched our stream, we both, separately before we met, we procrastinated on everything.
I was like, how's this beanie look at me? And it looks great.
We're like
how's this
picking
beanie
up
look at me? And
stuff.
Jam's like, where are you guys?
Yeah, we hit it off like immediately, and it was just like awesome fun. And we convinced these two guys in Svet that they were actually in Cherno, and we got them to like worship the statue because it's the Cherno statue. You know?
Meanwhile, I'm like running my ass off.
Yeah, he's like freaking out, and we're starting a gang and stuff.
You ran from Svet, I ran from Northwest. The middle point was Severograd. I made it to Novo, and I still hadn't seen you yet. You were still in Svet.
We were in like Chennai, Florida.
Yeah.
This sounds like every time I play with you when Katie's involved.
Yeah,
every
true.
time.
It's Katie. He's and then
Team
Jam and I did the
procrastinator.
Purge together. Well, Jam's video, the Purge, if anybody's seen it. That was kind of the first time Jam and I had ever played. And so I was in the Purge, and that was kind of like the beginning of it all. And
the Purge.
Yeah.
Before the character wipe.
Yeah, it was before the character wipe. I don't know, was that 5? Was it 5-0 or 4-9?
I think we've done 2 of them.
Yeah, there's 2.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was 4-9 or, but yeah, it's everything's
It's like
kind
whenever
of.
they know character wipes coming, they
We
go
just
out and
shoot
slaughter
everybody.
everybody.
You don't need your gear. We'll just kill you.
It's getting deleted anyway. You can chunk a grenade or two, so I'll actually keep it
Typically, those wipes are announced and then delayed a day, and people think it's not intentional, but I'm just a masochist. Just want people to wake up in the morning and go, oh no, what have I done?
Where's my guy?
Chow, I'm interested to hear, I want to start with everybody, but go directly to you on this one. As far as the last, I'd say the last month or two's worth of content on YouTube, for you, what has been the most strongly received video you've put out?
The last month?
In the last month or two.
I put out like 1 video this month, so.
Within this year, let's say.
The year?
Yeah.
Huh? Survivor games, yeah, probably.
How was that for you guys, by the way, since we're going to bring it up?
Well, didn't go too well.
We don't have to get into the details.
Even though we were very impressive in the training day video.
Very impressive. That's actually a good point. The Survivor Games is traditionally perceived as like a grassroots esport, but in and of itself, I would dare say some of the most engaging short-form DayZ YouTube content comes from people's stories within the Survivor games, especially those that make it, into round 2 or maybe even so far as to round 3. The story, the points, the Survivor games encapsulates perfectly kind of the microcosm that is the DayZ experience. I mean, you start off with nothing, and you have to progressively make your way towards the end goal. And the terrain, the player density, your resources are constantly fluctuating. And for these two, I mean, after the training day video, I was really rooting for you two. In fact, I think I might have inadvertently placed a couple personal hits on other competitors saying, listen, if you manage to take this person out,
Yes.
you'll be my bestest friend
yes,
ever.
Yes, you did, Brian.
We took no one out, though.
No one?
No one died.
Absolutely no one? No one.
Yes, no one.
We lasted about 10 minutes. But
All right, so from my
couldn't find
understanding,
ammo, okay?
We were
It
20
wasn't our
minutes in a
fault.
circle.
I want to touch on something really quick before we switch over here. In the training day video that you guys put out, did you not tell Chow, never loot the same structure, never loot the same house?
Yes, I did.
And when you succumbed to the opposition,
Yes.
were you in the same house?
Yes.
Yes, and I ran right into him, and he blocked the doorway, and I was shot in the legs, and
No,
my
he was
legs
in the
were...
window.
No,
Yes,
he was
he
in the
was.
doorway, Chow. I
Then he
remember it
wasn't
like
in the-
yesterday.
Then he wasn't in it.
My legs were broken, I remember it.
Well, I saved you.
I have nightmares about him standing in the doorway, Chow blocking my way. I can't get out. Yes.
In the end,
Training doesn't do anything.
in the end, I would say, I mean, this is a perfect example of the fact that unlike most traditional or linear gameplay experiences, when you play DayZ, you can never predict what's going to occur, no matter how much you train or plan ahead. And the stories that you put together are typically of not only the highs, but the lows, the unexpected occurrences. And Moon having his legs broken, and Chow struggling to get both of them out of that building while this other player is holding them hostage in the back room, essentially, is a perfect example of that. For you guys, any of you guys, that is, over the last 2 months, can you think of a good piece of content that tells that kind of story, both the highs and the lows, the completely unexpected gameplay? Clutch, yes.
I got shot. I really thought I was dead. Sawn off both of their legs. They both break their legs. A third guy comes in. I'm definitely dead. Switched to Magnum and managed to kill all 3 of them in like 5 seconds.
That was at the tail end of your 90 seconds.
Yeah, that was right at the end. Yeah, I mean that was the biggest example of I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, I'm not. Oh, I'm dead. No. Oh, I'm alive. What the? Yeah, it was. Yeah.
3 guys came straight at you, and you just revolver.
And they killed a whole squad of 4 really nice British guys I just met too. I was pretty salty about that. So I let them know what was up, and just held on for dear life. I'd say that's it.
I'd like to, since this is a fairly late panel and we are running up on time, there is actually an overflow room. Which direction? This way? That we'll, right next door. We'll head over there if you guys want to talk, get any questions, tell stories.